Hello everyone. Today in this tutorial we are going to learn about ServiceNow basics. In our previous tutorial we gave you a small and short description about the ServiceNow introduction. So in the ServiceNow introduction you came to know what ServiceNow is and what are the capabilities that can be done within ServiceNow and about the products. In this tutorial we are going to go into a deep dive about the development in ServiceNow. So these tutorials are going to be purely on ServiceNow development, and in this presentation I'm going to walk you through the developer site of the ServiceNow. Well, the official site of the developers for the ServiceNow is developer.servicenow.com. And now, what does this site provide? What are its features? Coming to its features, it gives you a full-fledged access to the training, the personal dev instances, program platform to publish apps. You can browse through the communities and write your blogs. So the developer site is something like you can get what all a developer really requires. If you see, before even a developer starts development, he can get trained in this developer site. The personal dev instance, I'm going to talk to you about this instance a lot more from now onward. This is something where the application development or the personal dev instance gives you a glimpse of how ServiceNow will look in real time. Or like I can say, if a company wants, a big shot company wants to but take the license of ServiceNow, but how do they trust ServiceNow even before understanding what it provides? And that's where the personal dev instances come into picture. You can just take, any developer can just take a personal dev instance. He can just request for a dev instance, and then once he acquires a dev instance, what he can do is he can go through this how ServiceNow provides various things, because in personal dev instance you're going to get a lot of demo data, demo users, like it's like entire thing. You get a demo of everything where you can just go and play around, and even it provides you to develop applications. Now once you develop the applications, if you want to publish, yes, you can be a program manager here and you can publish your apps. Then there is community, because I'm going to tell you in separate topic about more about even service community too, because this is the place where all the developers meet, share their thoughts, experiences, and if you have any problem you can just go and post it there. Because one thing is, if you try to search anything in Google, it's pretty much tough, because the reason is it's a niche technology and you will be finding very less developers on it. So the community is a place where all the like-minded developers will be at one place. The like-minded technology people, that is ServiceNow, will be together. So that's where it helps out. Now information about the ongoing events, like ServiceNow provides an event called CreatorCon. This CreatorCon event is something for the big bash developers, like if you have good amount of core strong knowledge in development of applications, develop them, and then you can just send it to this event. If your application gets selected, then they're going to give you some big bounties, like millions you're going to earn. If you have any startup, they're going to fund your startup also. So these are the things which are, and so that you can understand what are the events going on. It even provides you a dashboard, but remember, this dashboard will be only available after you sign up for this developer site. So here actually there would be two ways. One is to sign up for the developer site, and then you can request for an instance. So I'll explain you to how to sign up and how to get an instance. And yes, obviously, because ServiceNow provides a lot of inbuilt methods, or you can say the API. So you need the API documentation to understand what are the things present. So if you want to know them, yes, the API documentation is going to be always helpful. Well, so let's get on, and I'll show you initially how does this ServiceNow developer site looks like. Developer.servicenow.com. Yes, so there you go. You can see in the last tutorial you've seen the ServiceNow website. That is something where all the end users might be seeing, but this is what a developer sees. From the eye of developer, this site is crucial. So you can see here in the main page itself, you can see that's what it says: build apps faster. You get all the resources required. Then you can submit your presentations. And what ServiceNow does is, you can see there the CreatorCon challenge. You get $1 million prizes. So what ServiceNow does is, in the frequent times, they'll be putting some knowledge events where all the people gather around, and then they'll be having the discussions. They'll share the upcoming you know technology updates or anything from the ServiceNow. So these are few events conducted in different locations. You can see this time it's going to happen in Las Vegas in the next coming year, that is on May. So this is how the events happen for the ServiceNow, where all the developers, the other guys, meet around and understand the technology better, understand the tool better. So that's about this one. And if you come around, you can see the program where the developers, if you want to be a partner, a developer, you can learn. There are learning plans, the documentation. You can see the APIs, as I was talking about, the server, client, REST, anything, the community, the events, the blogs. But you see, it's not yet logged in. But once you log in, there will be another option present here with this menu items. I'll show what is that item, but before logging in, you need to register for that. Okay, I'll show how to register, but before that, let's go through the other parts of the site. You can see here the develop enterprise application. So any enterprise application you want to develop, yes, if you have a knowledge, you can directly go to build. But if you don't, this is the step you need to follow. First is to learn, yes, understand what ServiceNow is, then go and build your application, and then discuss. You can collaborate with the global ServiceNow developer community and take their input so that you make a better application which can be published, and then you can rapidly move it to production. Or if you want to sell, you can sell it in the marketplace of ServiceNow. Now that's what you can join today. There is no programming fee for developers. There are forums, events. You get the personal dev instance, one of the biggest thing I say which ServiceNow provides. The team development, you can track your learning process. That's where the dashboards help you. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna register first. So but I already have an account registered for me. I'm going to show you guys how to actually register for this. Yes, it just asks for few things like your first name, last name, your email, your password, and and then the text. You can just submit. So once you just register to this, there will be an email to your registered email ID, whatever you have given. Once you confirm your validation of that email, you're gonna create, the ServiceNow is gonna create an account for you. So that's how you get your credentials. Once you have your credentials up, once you have your your account ready, what you need to do is just click on login, and then this is sign into developer side. And even after coming here, you can reset your password anytime you want. You can register back if you just didn't did it before. So I'm gonna just log in. So this were my already logged in account. Okay, you can see now it's just signing in. There you go. This is how it looks. As I was talking about, you can see the dashboard where it shows learning plans, how the developer application learning plan has been, how the technology partner program has been. And then here it's showing your instance. You might be listening to this word too much, but why? The reason I want to concentrate on the instances, that's where you'll understand how ServiceNow actually looks like, how you can build your applications, how to manage your applications. So everything is within the ServiceNow instance. So by clicking here, you can request for an instance. Yes, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fetch an instance. And there are many things you should understand before after getting your instance. The reason is because these instances are pretty much costly, and ServiceNow is like, they want the developers to understand, so they're taking that extra pain and giving them the instances for free. So that's where there are few conditions, because with free things come conditions, and that's how it is. You'll know more about that. Yeah, so as I was talking, these were the menu items already there. But if you observe, after I logged in, there is something called manage. And there are some few links called instance and creator.con challenge entry. So the creator.con is some event going on within ServiceNow where you can just develop your applications and send it to the team. That's different, and that's out of scope of our tutorial. But now getting in to the next thing. So you've seen how the developer site looks like. Next thing comes into the picture is personal dev instance. So this personal dev instance is the one used to develop the applications, and for developing, yes, the registered developers can only use this instance. The key thing here is now the instance. If you got an instance from ServiceNow, be careful. And the reason is you need to keep on doing activities on that, like do something, go to a form, look at it, just at least sign into that instance, so that ServiceNow understands that a particular user is using the instance. But if the ServiceNow understands that there is no activity which is going on, and if that is up to 10 days, then ServiceNow is going to reclaim your ServiceNow instance. And the reason for that is, ServiceNow is already providing it at a free cost, but if the instance is idle, they will be just reclaiming it because they're costly enough, and they understand the user is no more using that instance. And this, as I said, it's been free, but for the companies in the production instances, if you want them, or for the big companies, even for the development, they need the service now, they can go with the individual products, or they can go with the suite where they get a lot of more than one product in a package. So these range, the cost of these are in dollars obviously, and those differ from one to other, what product you are asking them, or what kind of services are you asking from ServiceNow. So these all things depend in the price, the final price of the product. So that's how it is. Developers, it's free, but for the productions, it's priced.